TFL EV is brought to you by Flow Charger, maker of reliable, high-quality charging stations for your electric vehicle.
I'm gonna leave Boulder, Colorado, here, our headquarters. I'm gonna head down to Albuquerque. All right, this is not good. I just got a message on my app that my charging session was stopped. I think something is wrong. It thinks we only have 142 miles of range left. Yeah! Yeah, dude! Let's go. Hey, he knows us, dude! Yeah! The rail runner, the dude knows us! That was awesome. You guys know this truck already. This is our F-150 Lightning all-electric pickup. Arguably one of the most important trucks of this decade. Why? Because it points the way for electrification of standard working pickups. Let me do this. I'm gonna leave Boulder, Colorado, here, our headquarters. I'm gonna head down to Albuquerque and I'll explain more later in the truck. And I'm doing one more thing that I haven't done before with the Lightning, a tonneau cover for this road trip. So because the truck is unladen, the tonneau cover I'm hoping will give me a little bit better efficiency overall at highway speeds. So it's very simple, installed right there. Let's see what it does. All right, so Cole, who is behind the camera, and I are back in the Lightning and we're planning our trip to Albuquerque. Here's what I have so far. I put in my address, which is near the center of Albuquerque, New Mexico, where I-40 cross I-25. It's about 450 miles away. This is what the truck is telling me. This is my total driving kind of perimeter, and it's suggesting I charge up here. But it still thinks my efficiency is kind of low. But take a look at this. I just went through some traffic. 2.8 miles per kilowatt hour is actually a really great result. And I also plugged this in into a Better Route Planner app. And it's telling me that to get to Albuquerque about the same route, I have to stop twice to charge for about 55 minutes total. So, this is assuming 2.3-ish, 2.2 miles per kilowatt hour. So, let's get on the road and see exactly what it is. Who is right, who is wrong? We'll find out. You know the beautiful thing about an electric vehicle like the Lightning? In traffic, it gets really efficient because it's stop and go, you're regenning every time you're slowing down, and the vehicle is actually becoming really efficient. Okay, quick update from the road. We've gone about 202 miles, I'll show you that in a second, and it says I have 45 miles left. And let me check on my state of charge. I still don't like that I have to click 3 things. This must be easier. Okay, so 23% left. This truck is a Lariat, and it does have what they call the Copilot 360 Active 2 point something. It's a very complicated name, but basically it does have Blue Cruise, which is semi-autonomous driving on pre-mapped highways like this, I-25 in the middle of nowhere, I don't know, 40 miles from the border to New Mexico, but I can still just kind of relax a little bit, but I still have to pay attention, of course. It's watching my eyes, there's a sensor right there, and if I cover it, it'll start to get angry quite soon. And then it'll disengage and it'll start braking, and like right now. But anyway, it's still a feature I can use and maybe just have a little bit less stress. So here we are, my first charging stop on the way to Albuquerque. 225 miles of trip so far. It says I have 13% battery left. So yeah, you're not gonna get those 320 miles. At least not at highway speeds. And here we are. Let me pull up to the Electrify America station. All right, so 12%. So this should be a pretty quick, relatively quick affair because between about 12 to 80%. It should take about 40 to 50 minutes maybe. And we need to have dinner. So this could be exactly what we needed on this leg of the trip. So the way this works, of course, is I pulled up to the highest speed charger I could. They have a 350 kilowatt one right here. Of course, my truck, the Lightning, cannot accept up to that amount. It will accept only, according to our testing, about 170, which is still a pretty high speed. But the way I activate it is actually just Electrify America. We have an account here already set up, and I can just find the station on my app and tell it to start charging. Let's see, Trinidad, yep, that's where I am. This is charger number 2. Yep. Swipe to start. Please plug in. There's my port. Get it in there. It should initiate. I should get a blue light here. Yes. This one is pretty seamless, and let's see how fast it will be charging. Okay, so we started at 12%, and look at this already. The rate of charge is almost peaking. I've seen only about 171 kilowatt maximum speed, so it's already at 159, so it's jamming a lot of energy in there. That's good news. So, need to go and have some dinner. Alright, this is not good. I just got a message on my app that my charging session was stopped. And it said it was stopping at 38. I never asked it to stop. Okay, let's see what the truck is saying. There's the message on the screen. The first time I looked at it, actually it said charge station was paused. So maybe there's something going on with the grid where it couldn't deliver as much power. Let me restart this and see if it works. Okay, so technically I hung it up. Now I need to go initiate this again. Swipe to charge. Processing payment. I mean, it could have been an error with my payment too, but we have an automatic refresh on the account, so it should have just automatically added more money to it. Please plug in. I haven't seen one of these errors, and I've done what, 2,500 miles in this truck. Okay. Well, guys, it stopped charging again. I had a blinking red light on the truck. The station stopped charging, and I was standing right next to it doing nothing. So there's something going on. Maybe there's some sort of a grid issue going on. But we are close to 80%. Should I restart it again? I guess I will. Alright, so unfortunately, we had to do 3 charging sessions just to get up to about 82% of charge. That's when, at 80%, of course, it slows down. So total money spent on this fill up from 12% to 82% is about $30 here at Electrify America, and we spent about 41 minutes here. So you can kind of tell the first session was about 15 minutes, the second session was 20, and the final, when it finally slowed down at 80%, was about 6-7 minutes. So there you have it, $30, 40 minutes. Let's get back on the highway. So that was our second charging stop in Santa Fe, and we're so close to our Destination Albuquerque with, what, 52 miles left to go. Albuquerque! Okay, so here's the report. Unladen Lightning going 460 miles, 8.5 hours of driving, 1 hour of charging, and about what, $40 maybe of cost, at least for now, until we charge again. Alright, so as you saw last night, we made it to Albuquerque, Cole and I, who's behind the camera. But unfortunately, due to technical issues, the truck and trailer that we were supposed to pick up here and drive back to Denver and Boulder is not here, and it's been delayed. So we have to make lemonade out of lemons. So let me tell you just a couple more numbers about the trip down here. With the tonneau cover, I wanted to see if it helps. I think it may have had a slight advantage because we got 2 miles per kilowatt hour. We went 470 miles. I spent $80.25, and we'll show that information on the screen for you right there. And I used total charge delivered energy of 237 kilowatt hours. I did the same trip in my F-150 Hybrid, and I'll tell you about that later, so I can compare F-150 traditional gas-powered hybrid truck versus an all-electric truck. But I'm gonna top off here in Albuquerque, and then on the way back, do a range test, take off the tonneau cover, and show you how it compares. Okay, it's time to top off here. So what happened yesterday also for charging, we spent exactly 61 minutes, an hour, charging on the trip. And then overnight, when we were checking into the hotel next door, I also charged for about almost 30 minutes. But I consider that the end of the trip. And the price of energy, I told you, is about going from 100% leaving Denver to 100% here. So we can calculate the total amount of energy that I used. So that's the numbers I'm providing. At the beginning of this video, I said this is one of the most significant trucks. Why is it? Well, because it's also an F-150. As such, it has a 5.5 foot bed. As such, all other accessories that F-150s used to have match this truck. As an example, this tonneau cover that I used, I actually took it off my F-150, put it on the Lightning. I'm gonna take it off now so we can make the trip back without a tonneau, so see if we see any difference over 470 miles. Okay, so that's got 10%. The charging is really slow now, or slowish, because we're at 88%, over 80%, it really slows down. So I'm gonna stop it so we can get on the road and also give you kind of a more comprehensive range test. We'll take a look. So it says 88%, but I think something is wrong. It thinks we only have 142 miles of range left. We noticed something weird happening last night also, where the truck is underestimating by a lot what our range should be. Because you saw 2.0 miles per kilowatt hour is what it also says. So let me show you this. I'm gonna start it, and there may be a message that sometimes comes up in the center. Electric range revised due to trailer connected. Why? Look behind me. There's a wall there. There's nothing plugged in. There's nothing connected. So, a couple things. So it may think we're still in tow haul mode. So let's check. So let me go to the truck icon. I'll also plug in so I can show you the map of where we are. It's in normal mode. Definitely not towing. Now I can go under towing tab, and I was telling you that Roman did a towing test with our Iron Bull trailer locally. So it says active trailer. Well, but it's not in tow mode. So what if I just say no active trailer? Oh, it did it. It instantaneously recalculated my range to 283. Well, that's weird. Like, my F-150 doesn't do this. As soon as I unplug a trailer from it after towing, it immediately defaults to normal mode, no trailer. So, not sure why that's happening. That might be a small glitch, but I feel a lot better now. It now matches what we are supposed to be seeing. So here we are, we're in Albuquerque, and we need to go back to Denver. So, of course, Apple CarPlay is also enabled right now. I can also do this, go to navigation, and use the native system inside Ford Sync. And usually what I'm trying to do is, because I'm planning my route, I just select the chargers, go, and I'm gonna top off in Santa Fe so I can show you my driving test and the range test. So let's just get going.
Obey traffic laws, be alert and use voice commands while driving.
I've done this route in many cars, SUVs, towing trailers like a boat, and also in my F-150 Hybrid. My F-150 Hybrid has done this trip with about 21 mpg. This is going speed limit mostly 75 in many places here. And of course, when you're going fast, you're losing efficiency. So it's kind of a good comparison, because if you take the cost of fuel, which right now for premium fuel is about $4.70. I always use premium in my turbocharged F-150 Hybrid. Just I want to take care of it. Yeah, I mean, that would cost about $105 to drive a hybrid here. So I'm saving $25 in an electric truck like this, Lightning. But I'm losing time. We charge for 1 hour on our way through Trinidad and Santa Fe, and I probably would not have to stop for 1 hour in my regular truck. In fact, I can make 470 miles on one tank with room to spare. But a traditional truck like the F-150 turbocharged one will be using about 3 times the energy as far as kilowatt hours. So electric vehicle is still way more efficient. It's just that charging is slower than filling up at the gas pump, and you know the rest. So which Lightning is this? This is a Lariat, which is a little bit more towards the high end of the option list. Extended range, so it has a bigger battery, 580 horsepower when you combine the front and rear motors. We have a maximum towing package, which is 10,000 pounds of towing on this. We also have the driver assistance package, which gives us Blue Cruise. So total price we paid for it was about $81,000. We were the first to reserve it in May of 2021, and of course we're lucky to get it early. Yeah! Yeah, dude! Thank you. Hey, he knows us, dude! Yeah! The rail runner, the dude knows us. That was awesome. Alright, so we just went from Albuquerque to Santa Fe, and we're gonna top off a little bit more so we can do a little bit more proper range test on the way up to Denver in Colorado. But here's, I have a small issue with this, or maybe a big one. So it says I have 201 miles remaining on my charge, but it doesn't tell me what the percentage battery I have. So I have to go in here to the truck, I have to go to settings, and then finally, I mean, if it's in here, I can go to charge, and see what my percentage is. But why do I have to go 3 steps? And now, yeah, anyways, just, it could be easier, could be a lot easier. Okie dokie. We need to go about 200 miles to the next charger from here. So I want to get a little bit more charge. so we can see exactly how close the estimation is and how far we can make it. And because the Lightning has now been to New Mexico as well, I'm gonna put another sticker. I know it wasn't part of the Alaska series Northern Lightning, but still, the Lightning story continues. So let me try to nice. This is the Zia sun symbol, and that was really cool how that train's conductor said hello to us. That was cool. Okie dokie. Okay, once again, we're over 80% charged. It's slowed down. I want to get on the road again, so the next stop is about 200 miles away, so this is going to be very close. Here's my current status, 83% battery, 252 as the truck is saying. It no longer thinks we're towing, which is great, but I think it's now being overly optimistic. Let's see how it goes, because it might be much closer than that. And now, of course, we're in the high plains and approaching Wagon Mount. This, if we were towing, this would be a critical stop because there's a long stretch of mostly nothing as far as charging is concerned. This is kind of a go no go call because I think we can make it to Trinidad another 90 miles or not. But I wanted to show you Wagon Mount. I'm deciding to go by it and just keep going. So is that a good decision? Well, bad decision? We'll find out. When we started out, the truck was estimating about 50 miles more than what we expected, and now it's way closer. Now it's within 9 miles. So the truck says now 8. We have 29 miles of range left, and we have to go 20 miles, but I think it's way closer than that in reality. So I think it's converging, which is good, but still a little bit nerve-wracking. Ooh, okay, another reminder. The truck is getting a little bit more nervous, but I'm not. I'm okay. So look, now I'm gaining energy. So 11 miles left to go, 6% left. So it's getting a little bit close. So first of all, 13 miles of range left. So that's, well, maybe not the closest I've ever been, but darn low. My power is limited to 80% of my total 580 horsepower. And 5% battery remaining. So 5%. So I think that was a good call. 2 miles per kilowatt hour still on the return trip. So the tonneau cover doesn't seem to be affecting it. I was able to go about 200 miles on about 77% of battery. So, yeah. And this is going 75 on the highway. Not too bad. So the data we got on this particular road trip is that 2 miles per kilowatt hour is really doable and possible in this Lightning, going about 70-75 on the highway, which means your total range on the highway is around 260 if you went from 100% down to almost nothing. And also what I learned is here in Trinidad there's 4 stalls at this charging station and 3 of them are being used. So yes, there's a little bit of traffic now here at the charger. Folks, I have a business proposition for you. here at the charging station, there's really no way to clean your vehicle like from bugs or etc. on the highway. So I have to go to the store and buy my own stuff. So why not just create a little vending machine or something, right, Cole? And sell bug remover and wipes. That'll be nice. Okay, it's like new now. New. We've been charging for a while, but something strange is happening. Take a look. My app says we're at about 72% 1 minute ago. The truck says 75%, and the station says 63% battery currently. So I think there must be some sort of a network issue where the app and the station are not updating, but I think I have to trust the truck. I hope, well, I guess I'm still charging. This still hasn't updated very well. The truck says about 83%, so it's time to go. Okay, that worked. Stopping it from the truck side. Over here. And I think we got good enough charge. It's time to go. Ta-da! We're back in Denver, so we made it, and with almost identical results. So there was some traffic on the way back and on the way to Albuquerque. Right now it's saying 2.1 miles per kilowatt hour with no tonneau cover. Gosh, so I guess not having a tonneau is better. Well, not exactly, it's just there's a lot of variables here. So hopefully you found this useful. You saw exactly what the Lightning is like on a road trip and compared to a gasoline hybrid pickup truck. And go back to alltfl.com for everything automotive, one-stop shop right there as always. Thanks.